Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Utes will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee in this.
UL my boy take. WSG bro.
Hey, what's good, Wade? What's good with it, bro?
A first down for the offense. The give is to Miller.
She just killed.
Okay, then.
He's got 4 out to the
Got to know
29.
that.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive.
How you gang?
Yeah, man, this, you know, tired of that damn 2K shit. They got to come better, man.
Solid pickup of 4 on
They gotta
first down
come better,
and 2nd and
man.
6. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there.
Yeah.
Still a bit short of the first down. You don't have to
The
make
2K shit played out. They fucked that game up. This
pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them.
2K definitely gets stressful face with
man, that
tears of
shit
joy.
garbage this year, bro.
Crimson Tide will
It's
have
too
the
many
first down.
goddamn
And I
badass
think on that
glitches
last
and
run
shit.
play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Grabbed in the middle. It's Haynes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I just love
A lot of clunky gameplay, I feel you on that.
Oh, yeah,
They
real.
know where the pass rush
Real.
is coming from, and they're working their single and double
It's to the
teams.
point where
and
niggas
not
just
giving
don't want
them
to play
any
that shit.
ground. Just look
Serious.
how clean that pocket was for the
Already
quarterback.
on 26.
That's about
See
as
what that
close as
shit
you
got.
can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against.
Ooh, good
That's
pick.
on the way. It's picked off.
Damn
He
good
was
pick,
looking for
boy.
room to return that, but he'll
Fuck.
just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Wilson will throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the
Yeah,
ball
he
on that
beat
first
that
down
bitch.
pass, and
Oh,
it never had a
God.
chance.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploring.
Oh,
Nice
boy,
pitch.
you gotta be like, you gotta stop doing that shit.
He will step out of
I
bounds,
promise.
but not before the big
That was a pick.
pickup and a first down for this offense. And the youth come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Bernard. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, he picked. Shit. That's crazy.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Movement here from the tight end. Looking to throw for it.
Flag. It's a
And the
flag.
incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Utes are marching down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Now from inside the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you drop back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Wilson to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it.
Good shit, bro.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading
I
coverage.
didn't
He
see
knew
like that.
exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And the Utes have it with a first and goal. They're going to run it. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on third and goal from the 2? From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This is a really big play for both teams. Fourth and goal from the 2. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Alabama.
The offense trying to find a way on fourth and goal from the 2. Wilson will throw. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Alabama pushing the tempo. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Miller. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. To the air, it's Milroe. He'll pull it down. At the 20, he's got space. Hey, that's a live ball. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And the try is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Just about set to put toe to leathers. We are deadlocked here in the third. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He gets a block. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. There's certainly room for improvement after that scoreless first-half stalemate.
Yeah, we've set offense back 30 years in that first half, but we've got a whole new half to play here, so why not come out?
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
All right, offense cooking right now. That's a nice pass and catch, a big gainer, and it now sets the offense up down in the red zone.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Quick completion to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wilson to pass. Got the back over the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Utah! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trend setter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going to run it. He's running out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Quick completion on the out route. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Moves away as he feels pressure. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Trying to get to it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Offense set on 1st down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out! And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
Well, the defense, they're going to have to be physical here. They're down. It's late in the 4th, under 2 minutes to go. You've got to get stops. This is where you need to be at your most physical point that you've been in this game.
They're going to ride this running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Handoff from the gun. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill.
And he motors into the end zone.
Good call, good game, too.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2
Good fucking
possessions.
game.
Nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better...
Going for the big play. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. Coming after it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Alabama pushing the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn
Oh, man. Good.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah,
The clock
yeah.
is down to 9. Down by
I
multiple
played bad
possessions. You
again.
can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's long. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Out of the gun, the inside give. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it. To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist deep in mud. Plenty of struggles to make them up just...
Right. That's 2 losses. 3 and 2. Fuck. Lost 2 games already. I can't lose no more. Especially in all conference. I'm trying to get all American in that high school. Damn. I can't believe that shit better.
Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 9. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Fast motion from the offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the missed connection, it's second down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to correct.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he intercepts it. Touchdown, Gamecocks! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating a turnover and getting points off of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out
and they got him for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Safe completion on the screen. Breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And
got a lot of running room. Into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
South Carolina, 14, Oregon, 0.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Blasted as he lets it go. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's James. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, South Carolina.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got them backed up. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Looking for space. It's Sanders. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after he...
What's good, gang?
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down.
Oh, what's up, D1? What's up with?
Pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Throws to the wideout.
Oh, man, that's a bad fucking pass.
Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Or did he find a hole in that secondary?
Okay.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. Quarterback has to do a better job of taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air.
Man, good shit, boy. That shit robbed me the first play, man. Bro, that shit robbed me the first play, man. This shit crazy.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Powers through the defender.
Let it squeal. It's a squeal. Look at that shit. Look at that
That's a
shit.
really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football.
Play this game.
You didn't give up that big explosive play.
Ooh.
And now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Ooh, boy. Yeah, what's up with this squirrel?
Quick timeout from
Big scripts all day, guys.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And the Gamecocks are threatening on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Sellers.
He called that shit, too.
Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide
This
receiver.
nigga, 21
to
field,
know
bro.
where he's going to be and be
No
accurate
way,
with the
man.
football. That's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between
This
these two
time
guys
you
has
see
to
his
be
game.
great
Yeah.
because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And he tacked on the extra point.
That makes the score South Carolina 21, Oregon 0.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires it incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
He'll heave it deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. On the move, he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On fourth down, looking to pass. And that one falls incomplete, a huge stand by the defense.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, man.
Carolina 24, Oregon 0.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He'll just keep slinging it. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Ducks! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was quick, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They'll run play action. Gets away. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Dumps it to the back. Finds his target down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying to bully their way in. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 24, Oregon 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying low. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off. The defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Returner runs out of bounds.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pressure coming. Slips a tackle. Getting some heat. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback will audible. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Back open in the middle.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Caught, close to the marker, it's James. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
And the Gamecocks brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
The play-action fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Setting up the screen. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. What a grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Dialing up a second down pass play. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this out.
On third down, going up top. Grab near the marker. It's Holden. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those positions.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Gabriel. He's right on target. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniform. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
That's caught. It's Holden. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter.
Kansas 7, Oregon 0.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking for a big gain. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football.
And he's running